So Darren, I would say disappointing day on the road today. A long trip up to York. The phony war is over, all the friendlies and so on. It was a fast and furious game, wasn't it? And fairly even until the opening goal.
Look, first of all, you've got to say York were better than us. I think you have to always show respect when you're in competition, and York were better than us today, so there was no doubt with that. However, the manner of those reasons why they were better than us, to me, is nothing that I would have assumed coming out of the tunnel today. And yes, it started fast and ferocious, and there was a little bit of a basketball type style game going on, a lot of penalty box entries for both teams. But they won far too many duels for my liking, especially how I like my teams to play. And it made things very hard, so then we were always chasing the game and we're chasing the performance. And it was that's as bad a start as it gets for me.
And once the goal went in, I mean, really we struggled to get the momentum. I would imagine the message at half time was to regain the momentum in the game, but we struggled.
First of all, you have to have a foundation to your performance, and the foundation to your performance is always physical output, application, all of those wonderful human, endearing qualities. And we were nowhere near. And when I say nowhere near, not 5 or 6 off, all 14. All 14 that featured for our football club today were way below standard. So that's the amazing thing about football. You can, you do all your preparation, you think, you never know until it rolls out. So, we've got a lot of things to address Monday morning, and we need to highlight to the players the standards.
Have you said much in the change room now, or have
Absolutely.
But then more, as you say, more will be said on Monday.
On Monday, you're backed up by footage, and you're backed up by the visual example of what we're saying. But it's very easy. My types of teams win tackles, they head, they compete, they're very physical, and we lost so many duels. I thought the middle of the pitch was very passive, lacked any sort of physical dynamic, and we went all around, and I thought at times really Wilkinson and Cuthbert were kind of holding the fort up. Craig made a very good save in the first half, and like any game of football, whether it be Premier League, National League, if you don't dominate your penalty areas, then you don't win games. If Greg Cox takes his chance, James Daly takes his chance, it was a few sort of one-on-one type moments for us, but you can't hide away from the fact that physically we've been beaten today physically, and credit to York for that.
You said on Friday that the season's a marathon and not a sprint.
Yep.
And today's been a very sobering day, but you also said that the first 7 or 8 games there's a lot of chopping and changing. So what's the focus going to be on this week?
Well, I think, look, you always go back to what your foundations are, don't you, as a team? So we need to, refocus. We're lucky that Ian's a good coach, and I've coached for many years, so we do have a kind of a blueprint. It's not, we don't go and make things up now. We go back to the blueprint of our work ethic and our ability to deal with 1v1s, and we make sure that is, above all else, a level of performance that is suitable for our football club. And then we work back from there. Jack Rolls needs to have a 4 weeks training. He hasn't trained for 3 weeks, or since Sutton, 2.5 weeks. So getting Jack back on the pitch would be nice. He played in pain or discomfort today, so trying to relieve that. Corboa, needs to have a strong week after illness. All of these little options, a player like Ricky Corboa and Jack Rolls being available for selection will help us. Will really help us. And then, as those games tick over, we've still got some of the budget remaining. We look at what we need in order to provide solutions to the problems that are happening in real time. So it's a poor start, and the manner of it is even worse for me. But we do have a few games to go.
So a sobering day. I'm sure it'll be a fairly quiet journey home.
Absolutely.
On the positives, 246 fans.
Amazing, today.
And the Kingfield Lathwaite Community Stadium will be packed. on next Saturday.
Not if we're going to serve up that drivel that we did today, but you know we know that. And I've always been the same as a coach or a manager. We always go over and support the fans. We're very, very grateful to them. It's not like a throwaway pun that's disingenuous. We talk about the supporters and their efforts all the time. And when we don't back our performances up with those human qualities, effort, time, commitment, you know, that's when you really have to hold your hands up and just be a human being. But you know, we know we've got 40 odd more games to try and make them proud of the team that we've built. And if I know the players in the change room, they'll certainly have their very best go at making them very proud.
Thank you for being honest, and you know, safe journey home. And as you say, it's a long season. And,
yeah, but you know, we can't sweep things under the carpet. You know, it's a awful performance and not a good start. And you know, in a way, if we take 2 chances and we get a point, it probably paints over a lot of cracks. That one. So we address it like men. We've got a responsibility to our organisation, and they will do better. They have to.
So a sobering afternoon, lots to work on, but we'll see you next Saturday.
Absolutely.
And have a great week.
Tommy.